this is Jack and the Beanstalk. If you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe down below. Today we'll be introducing my garden and focusing on 3 plants here and how to care for them. So these are 2 sweet potatoes that I started in a cup of water. The one on the left here is my oldest one. I've had it probably since January, so we should be expecting some blooms here soon. The vines are kind of tangled up here. They may look a little white because I had to deal with a bug infestation recently. It's a little diatomaceous earth that's on them. That's what the white is, if you see on the plants. But they're pretty healthy. The brown spots were caused by a vinegar burn that was because of me. I was trying to create some natural insect repellent because I told you I was dealing with the bug infestation, and I guess I made it a little too acidic and it ended up burning some of the leaves. But the sweet potatoes themselves are still very healthy. You see the leaves look beautiful. They really just hang over the balcony so beautifully. I really love this plant. It prefers full to part sun. So some sun, some shade. It likes a medium, well-draining soil. So we want to have medium moisture, but you want the soil to be loose. Its pH tends to be a little acidic in nature, so you want a soil that's going to range from a pH of 5 to 6.5. It says, from what I've looked on the internet, it says that the sweet potatoes should be blooming within 3 to 4 months. So I think we should be expecting some blooms here. I think I said that in the beginning. If I did, just take that part out. Just take that part out. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite plants that I have so far. It really impresses me with how fast it grows, how beautiful it looks, and how easy it was really to start it. So if you're interested in starting some sweet potatoes, you can start them in the house, in your home I mean. Just put them in a cup of water. The water should be about halfway in the cup with the sweet potato sitting in it. Once it starts growing roots, you can move it outside into a pot. You see this is like a medium-sized pot, whereas the one on the right is a little smaller, but that doesn't tend to really matter. They're still doing really good. Obviously, the bigger the pot, the bigger the plant, so just keep that in mind. Next, we'll be talking about my avocado tree, which I got from a dear friend named Yapid. Thank you so much. They started it for me from an avocado seed. You know, they just had an avocado at the house, so they propped it up with the toothpicks over a cup of water, letting the bottom touch the water only, not having it fully submerged, but like, you know, halfway submerged in the water. They had started it, and it was already a tree when it was brought to me. I really like it so much. I wish I could show you guys the beginning of when I first had it. I think I do have some pictures if I want to insert those. I really like this tree a lot. It's really beautiful. The leaves have gotten so big. I haven't had any issues with it at all, really. Besides maybe something that was done on my, end. So avocados tend to come from 3 different varieties. You have the Mexican variety, the Guatemalan variety, and the West Indian variety. The avocado tree prefers full sun. It likes also well-drained soil. You know, you don't want a compact soil when it comes to avocado trees, nothing like clay or stuff like that sticks together. The avocado tree is not frost resistant, so wherever you're growing yours, I would recommend bringing it inside whenever it's getting a little chilly. I'd say probably temperatures under 50 degrees to be safe, even though some sources say that it can tolerate a little more. With the plants, they don't do well when it gets under 50, low 40s, like that. They don't really do well. So the avocado tree is not frost resistant, like I said. People do not recommend that you fertilize your avocado tree on the first year of growing it. I'm not sure how or why, really. I got to do a little more research, we're always learning here. But I'm not sure why or how, but over fertilization on the first year can cause stunted growth, and it will take even longer for your fruits and flowers on the avocado tree to produce. The avocado tree, you have to be a little patient with it. It takes about 4 to 5 years before you actually see any fruit or flowers. So 4 to 5 years before you actually see an avocado. But we're around year 2 here, so we got about 3 more years at the most, and we should be seeing something if I don't kill it in the meantime. The coleus is a plant that prefers partial shade and partial sunlight. So for beginners, it's one that I recommend that is easy to care for. It prefers moist, well-drained soil. So if you're a little heavy-handed on the watering, this is a plant that you probably won't kill unless you're literally pouring gallons of water in it each day. But for beginners, this is a good plant to start with. When it comes to the coleus, it doesn't like a whole bunch of fertilizer. Using too much fertilizer will result in a loss of color, and these plants tend to have some of the most beautiful colors I've ever seen. When it comes to plants in general, that's why it's one of my favorites, and that's why I'm so happy to talk to you guys about it today. The coleus prefers a slightly acidic to neutral soil, so anywhere from about 6 to 7 on the scale. You don't want to go any higher than 7. You'll probably end up killing the plant, unfortunately. It makes a great container plant, so if you don't have your own personal garden, like land that you can actually, plant something in the ground, like myself, it's completely fine. You can start this in a container and it will thrive. As you can see, mine are definitely thriving. Everyone has good color, they're very large. I want to focus on one of the coleus plants that I have that you guys almost will not believe once I begin to explain. So, this green coleus here was started from a clipping. So you know how at the beginning of the video I talked about how I was going to put that coleus in water and we're going to propagate it. This one was a clipping about the same size of the one that I'm going to show you guys later. But if you can see now, look at how big it is. It's very big. Like, these are literally growing through the little holes here in the balcony, but they're so big. I almost can't believe how big this plant is. If I pull it out, it looks even bigger, like this is huge. But I've had this one for about maybe a year. The clipping I started a year ago, and it got around this large probably in January, I believe. So, quick little thing, while filming this, I actually broke off a piece of the coleus plant, the red one here that we're showing you, one of the ones we're showing you. But I just want to add in that this plant easily propagates. So even with this piece here that I broke off, I was sad about it, I'm not gonna lie. But if you just remove these 2 leaves here, so you just pinch them off like that. You don't want any leaves to be in the water because it helps kind of create a nasty, murky water, which won't be good for the plant. It'll end up rotting if you have leaves and things in the water. So you'll just pinch off 2 leaves like that, sit it in a glass of water so that it's able to cover the area where we pinched the 2 leaves off, and it should grow roots eventually from either where the leaves were pinched off or even sometimes from the bottom. People have different ways to propagate, but I've noticed that with the coleus here, that they can sometimes grow from the bottom or where you pinch the leaves off. So I'll be putting that in a glass of water later, and it will be its own plant. Maybe I'll give it to somebody, probably my mother-in-law. She loves the color red. She's a Delta. So I'll probably be doing that later. I just wanted to show you guys that. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you like this video, don't forget to like this video, and please subscribe down below. Thanks. I'll see y'all later. Today we will be focusing on, just give it a like and, sorry Cameron.
Run it back, turbo.
Yeah. The coleus.
Okay, one more time.
The coleus. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.